everything. It don't work.
It just don't.
You know, I just
make sure this is charged because this be dying fast.
Yeah, fast.
Okay, you know what? I'm tired of y'all bossing me around. Like y'all know what it is. Wait, calm your nerves.
She don't know me.
I do know you. You don't know me.
I need another banana.
Okay, no. You know what? I just bring your whole banana.
You know how to draw or something? Banana draw?
Yes. I love bananas.
I don't like how you said that.
I love that big, thick banana.
You know you're lying, right?
Why her bowl be like overflowing it? Why would you give her stuff?
Your bowl is like wider. Hers is narrow. Y'all are so rude to me.
I don't have time for this.
You guys know you're live, right?
No.
So for y'all to be talking disgusting and rude to me.
I am talking disgusting.
You're rude to me.
I'm not being disgusting.
You're being rude though, are you not?
No.
Yes,
I'm not.
you are.
I'm being
You're
mean.
being very disrespectful.
And you disrespected me with this bowl. No.
Only,
I'm with you.
that's what I
Oh,
thought.
you better shut up.
That's
No.
what I thought.
No.
You want some more bananas or
I know,
something?
Uncle.
I do.
No.
I want bananas and I want meat.
Okay, can you calm your nerves?
I'm trying.
Okay, I'm
Did
gonna
you want her to combine chicken and meat and steak?
Oh, that would be nice. I'm gonna get you guys some chicken. I got you.
She's trying not to
She's
give
trying
her
to
no
do
steak.
it.
Okay, everybody.
Yes.
I'm here
Whew.
with my sister.
Yes.
My name is Lydia, and her name is what?
Joanne.
She's so nice. Like how she said, Joanne.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so today is a business discussion, and this is business partners. And so what I did is I had a dream this morning,
Oh, God.
and it was like, let's talk about business partners. So when you have business partners and stuff like that, so I'm going to do some comparison with the Salt-N-Pepa and Destiny Child, so you can understand business partners and why people break up in their relationships with their business partners and stuff like that. Thank you. And so that's what we're going to do. But before we start, we're going to go ahead and pray. And we're going to go ahead and pray so we can get our lettuce taco eating self on point.
God fast food.
God fast food, because you know Lydia is on the what? She's on the God fast. She's on the God fast, yeah. She do it right. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Don't hang up. Don't do that. Don't hang up.
I'm not hanging.
So anyway, I can see clear. Oh yeah, I'm praying. That's what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Heavenly Father, I thank you for this food that we're about to receive, that we're eating healthy and getting good knowledge and information. And I just thank you for blessing me and my sister and my family. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
And also I want to watch over the people that's watching us.
Yes.
In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Yes. Amen.
Okay, so what are we having here, Joe? Oh, hey, ladies. Hey, sweetie.
Hey.
So what are we having here?
Okay, so I just do something together. Sometimes, a lot of times when I come here, I have to be creative and think, because, you know, I don't want to be boring. But this, we ain't came sit there and make no corn tortillas by hand in a little bit of time that we have. So I just said, let's just do some lettuce, romaine lettuce, do like a lettuce taco type thing.
Yeah.
I make lettuce wraps and stuff for my kids a lot, and we do some stuff. But I mean, sauteed some bell peppers, onions, and stuff like that. And Lydia made an awesome dip, avocado, pico de gallo, and all that stuff. And you know how she be hooking the flavors up. So
and then I have flavoring.
And then we have fruit salad, of course, because we know when you're doing the God fast, you want some sweet sometime. And if you aren't able to have baked something ahead of time or something like that, cake, they be making their homemade ice cream and stuff. So, but I try to get the fruits in there, and of course that's really good. I found out a lot of these fruits that are in here are very good for blood sugar.
Good job.
Hey, she loves bananas, as we know. You knew that a long time ago, you guys.
Yes.
So, from the very first time. And then what kind of a tea did you make? Did you make a tea?
I just made my regular sweet tea, but normally I don't put lemon juice in it because I don't like lemon juice in my tea, but I put lemon juice in it because it's not always about Lydia.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to try it in my lovely Joanne cup by Zing's Things.
Zing's Things. Oh, sorry, my cup by Zing Things. Yes.
Let's see.
I'm going to go ahead and start fixing me a taco.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take my little time.
Oh, that's nice.
So anyway, so a lot of people go into businesses with people and not knowing there's going to be some difficulties in running a business together. Yeah. And the difficulties are something usually so simple, and it's called jealousy. Mm-hmm. And there's different kinds of jealousy. So I just want to make sure you know every aspect. And so I really wanted you to get it under Destiny's Child, which, Beyonce was a part of. In case, you didn't know, which I really think anybody missed out on that. Right. You wouldn't have Survivor and Say My Name and
Bills.
Bill, that's a jam right there. Don't even play with the Bill.
That's about the $1 million bill.
Yes, it is. So, I just wanted to cover the basis of it because I had, before I went to do my live video with my other person that I would do business with, I had somebody come over and we were talking and we were explaining. I was wanting the person to understand when you go into business with somebody, the things that can happen. So there's jealousy, and there's probably 4 different phases of jealousy that people have and deal with. And just like my sister yesterday was talking to me and saying, how can a narcissist ever change if they don't ever think they do anything wrong? And they always think they're right. Well, that's the same thing with jealousy. Sometimes you don't know you're jealous. Unless you're really in tune with your feelings, you don't know that you were jealous. Yeah. And there's different kinds of jealous. There's jealous that, will talk about you and hate on you. And there's jealousy that will overextend help to you and not really meaning it. There's people that will cutthroat you. That means, kind of like you can be doing something and they will insert themselves into your business as well. And then
or do you think like the one like the sabotage?
That's kind of cutthroat.
Yeah, that's what I figured. When you say cutthroat, that's kind of what I think.
Yeah. So they have those, and then some of them have all, and some of them don't. Okay. Before we start, let me take a bite because I want to see how good this is.
It's food. That's all. At this point, that's where I'm at.
Y'all pepper on hot.
Would it be good? Does it give us some flavor? Okay, good.
And the guacamole on taste is hot. Spicy.
Oh, good.
Okay, so.
Alright, next concept. There we go.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Beyonce before I go with Salt-N-Pepa, because Salt-N-Pepa is more known than the Beyonce, huh?
That little warning popped up. I didn't know that one.
Oh no, it's always popping up. I'm hungry, y'all.
Yeah.
Alright, so in Destiny's Child, and I'm not doing anywhere there was 4 members. Because I don't know all their names.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the 3.
Okay.
Well, Destiny's Child, you have Beyonce, Michelle, and Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly and Beyonce grew up together.
I thought they were cousins or something.
That might be it. They grew up together. They grew up together. So in this situation, everybody has their own separate life. They're in a group together. They're called Destiny's Child. Well, you have, and this is my opinion, I don't know them. I'm telling you how I'm looking on it from the outside. Okay. Looking at it as a business situation. Okay. So, Michelle, she's probably always trying to give advice. Trying to give her ideas of what to do. Like, I don't really want to wear these swimsuit types of outfit. I don't want to be, sexually exploitation, whatever. I don't want to be that. and I want to do this song, and we did this, and let's do this. And they were like, no, because it didn't go with the concept of Destiny Child. Which you have to understand, every group has a concept. So I want you to keep reminding yourself of this when I get over to the Salt-N-Pepa. Every group has a concept. And you can't look at somebody else's group and try to put their concept on your concept. You have to deal with the concept that you have on your own. So I think that's why Michelle was having issues. So she was jealous and mad that nobody ever took her opinion. But she never looked at it as a business standpoint of this is our concept. You're trying to change our concept. And you can't change the concept in a business and still get the people that you have. Now, you got to understand, if you change the concept, you're going to lose a lot of different people because now you're a different concept. And if you're not ready to lose those people, and sometimes you're not ready to lose those people because you're not feeling the concept. Just because you came in the group and now want to do a concept that's already been established, this is who we are. So you should have came in the group if you wanted to change the concept to be, and you think, oh, now I got this platform. Now, with this platform, I can do positive things and I can uplift people and I can do that. What you got to do is uplifting in our standpoint as women. We're strong women. Hear me roar. Not Jesus loves me. This I know.
Right. Because that's not what they got.
That's not. Yeah, and then that's not what
they're known for.
And then they're probably not there either. You can, because if you all agree and you all are right there to change in that concept, then there you go.
Because there's a lot of, to me, like even with that aspect, there's a lot of performers, a lot of famous people that still can do, that still we known in the past have done gospel. You know what I'm saying? So, or you can do God, you can, it doesn't mean, oh, I don't go to church or I don't love God or blah, blah, blah. And you can still praise God and do that and still do, but that's the problem too, that because that's just how the gospel, Christians are judgmental anyway. So that's on them because they always feel like if you that you can't do both or whatever. That's on them. I struggle with that most of my life, and I'm like, I can't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I wasn't supposed to do it, why is it in me? Why did God put this in me? Why do I have these feelings? And why, if I have these feelings, I want to portray it this way. I want to sing about it. I want to do this. So why would everyone make me feel something is wrong if it's, in me like this and I want to express myself? So, but they make you feel that way. So sometimes they make you choose. But there's so many genres of music, and it's like you can't. Anybody say, oh, don't sing country, don't do this, because they ain't tripping about that. You can have a country song just as horrible as a mainstream song. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but they're more okay with that, which makes no sense to me. But that's what I'm saying too is, so they don't have to just go, oh, let's go all the way over to singing gospel. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you go, girl, if you want to sing gospel on your time, you want to do it on the side, do that. You know what I mean? But that's not, like she's saying, that wasn't the concept, and that wasn't what Destiny Child was known for at the time. Yeah. So there's no reason to be trying to change something. And if that's something that you didn't want to do while you joined the group, if you knew that about them, you knew the clothes that they wore, the things, you know what I'm saying?
But sometimes you don't feel the guilt until after. That's what I was going to get to that too. Okay. Sometimes you don't feel the guilt, what you're going through, because sometimes you just go with that. And I say that because like what Joanne was talking about is like, I've always liked talking about sex. But as a Christian and then being single, that's a no-no. But now I just do it all the time anyway. It is what it is. But that's the case. You got to look at it in that situation
because it's a part of life.
Yeah.
And people want to put people in boxes, and we cannot. We're just telling people all the time, we cannot put people in boxes. You have to understand that these things that we're talking about is a part of life. And it doesn't matter what God you're serving. Everybody has sex.
Yeah.
That's how we got here. Yeah. So I don't understand. That's one thing I don't understand. Because that's why people are out here, and our kids is out here doing whatever, because they're not able to talk to nobody about these type of things. They're going to get it from someone else. And we want to make sure that they have the right information. And they deal with a whole bunch more pressures than we ever came across.
And not talking about sex leads to so much because they don't get the knowledge. And like me, the more I know, the more careful I am. Mm-hmm. It's like if you tell me I got diabetes, you tell me that, but you don't explain diabetes. Oh, everybody knows about diabetes. Yeah, I hear the word diabetes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, I have a friend who does dialysis. I don't know what the dialysis is. Mm-hmm. I know there's dialysis, and I know people don't want to do dialysis, and I know it can wear you out and tire you, but you don't know. So you want to have that information. That's why I thought this is a good topic, because people do that. Joya, you gave me all the names of Latavia or Latoya, Bay, and Kelly. Yeah, those were the original. And I can't tell you too much about their story. I had created this one like this, but I appreciate you giving me the names, because, girl, I did not know the name. I knew Latoya, but the other girl, I did not know. I'm not even going to lie. And I only know Latoya because I be seeing her on TV shows and stuff.
So were there 2 different ones before Michelle?
Yeah, Michelle came in after the 2. It was because it was 4 of them. And then the 2 and then Michelle came in. And that's how it is. So then we got Michelle. That's her standpoint. She's giving advice and nobody's listening to it because she's trying to change the narrative of who they are. Kelly is like, I'm just as good as Beyonce. And people are coming up to me and want to hear my voice more too. So I want to start singing more leads. And if not, then I want to start doing a solo album. So you got that. Now Beyonce is the workaholic. Yeah. She's always writing songs. She's always coming up with some creative. She's talking to everybody. She's trying to move it up into a different level. Her mind is always focused on being a better man because she's a workaholic. Because it's something that she loves to do. This is not just a job.
And instilled that in her too.
But not only that, she's a workaholic because her sister, was instilled with the same stuff. But she's not a workaholic like Beyonce. Like Beyonce, eat, breathe, live, sing, and song. What did you say? I respect the topic. I just gave my son an idea for a business that I personally know will make millions. He's not sure if he wants to do it because he does not want me to try to butt in and take over. And that's another thing. That's why we're going to move with the parents. The parents come in and do that. And the kids got to understand, we are here to support you. We're your biggest fans. But sometimes we still got to make sure that the kids are able to grow with their knowledge and their understanding. And they're going to have to still make the same mistakes, even though you know the way to do it so it don't make mistakes. But, I get what you're saying because I have to deal with that with my kids all the time. And I'm just saying with that is you got to have that idea. Like, my son always comes up with these business ideas. Now, I can take a business idea. I will research everything about what you're telling me about it. I know every ins and outs. I'm now watching celebrities do it. I'm watching other people who big that don't got big names that you don't know. I'm like one of those parents that will get in there because I'm ready to support you, push you to the fullest. I will help you get your products and everything. That's the kind of parent I am, and I'm quite sure you the same way. So, but they feel like that's taken over, but it's really not. If you got an idea, I want you to push through. I don't want it to be like a drive-by thought. I'm going to...
like you say, like a hobby. Because the thing about it is, what we have to understand is they're young and they don't know every aspect of business and what it takes to get it going. She knows all the things. And like she's saying, she's researching. That's what we understand, the research. And things of, you got this in your head, but you have to spend a lot of time researching it, figuring out what you're going to need, whatever, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff. How are you going to push it, advertise it, market it, whatever. There's so much stuff that you have to think, and a lot of people don't think about that. And when you have a parent that has those skills or no, that is like a big blessing in itself. But also, too, kids are going to be like, oh, mom, we're nagging, because they look at us like that anyway. Like we're already nagging and getting in their business. But what I come to find, like I tell my son a lot of times, I feel like I'm his biggest cheerleader and I'm cheering for him more than he's cheering for himself. And that's annoying because, I'm like, I'm doing all this stuff and I want to help and hey, let's do this. But they're looking at you like, I got it. They don't know everything. I know they be thinking they do, but they don't. And we know because we've been there, done that. We've been doing stuff, especially us. We've always had, businesses after business and ideas after ideas, and we've tried them. We can say we've actually tried them and done them, so we know, and we've made the mistakes along the road, and so we know those things for our kids. So we're trying to make sure that they don't make the same mistakes. It won't take as long. I mean, because we're here, to me, finally getting a bit of success. Finally getting a bit, you know what I mean? Or figuring out. And so, for us, it's like, we don't want you to go through years and years that of going trial and error. We did trial and error already. So, we already know. And also, you got to stay up on things because with time, things change. Just like laws change and things like that. You got to constantly stay up on that because you don't want to be messed up trying to do a business or whatever and have no idea what's going on. And with these laws and things you're supposed to have, the business licenses and this and that, and all this stuff. A lot of people don't know about all those things. And if you have a parent that knows those things already, you got it. But you got to also, too, as the parents know that you got to have good work ethic as well. And a lot of these kids these days just want quick, because they see that quick success. And a lot of times they don't see all the work that goes beyond,
There's no such thing as quick success.
They be looking at it thinking it is because they're watching YouTube.
Yeah.
And no, it's not.
But sometimes you need to let your kids do what they need to do, and then when they come to you to help, need help, you're there already, so you just have your stuff ready for them. Like, Mom, I don't know how to do this. Okay, baby, this is what you do right here. Doesn't mean fall back, just means hold the stuff, shut up, and just let them do what they do until they call you for help.
Yeah. And
that's what it is. Because you're always want to help your kids more than they want to help themselves. They don't understand what you're doing and why you're pushing. They just think you're taking over and it's no longer their business.
Yeah.
And you don't want them to feel that way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, so with Beyonce being the business-minded one, Michelle's a little jealous because she started with Beyonce from when they would look like this to here, and she's getting more of the limelight.
You mean Kelly?
Kelly, sorry. Started with Kelly from here being the limelight there, and then Michelle, she wanted to give her opinion, and so you got jealousy over here because nobody's listening to me, but everybody's listening to Beyonce, and Kelly seems to always have Beyonce's back, even though sometimes she tries to have my back, but I'm just here in the way, like, I'm invisible. Nobody can hear me, nobody can see me, I'm the invisible one. Kelly is like, I've been here from day one. I'm just as good as you. My voice is just as tight as you. Why not? Why ain't nobody paying me no attention? Why ain't nobody looking at me? Now, you have the audience, the fans, is like, we love Kelly, we love Michelle, we love Beyonce, we love Destiny Child. And when they break up, you just look at Beyonce. It was no longer looking at Kelly or Michelle. But they're the reason why the group broke up. Now
Kelly and Michelle?
Kelly and Michelle. And you'll go, why is that? I'm going to tell you. Again, Beyonce's a worker bee, so she's not paying attention to all the little drama and the little knick-knack and all the jealousies. And when she does pay attention, she tries to acknowledge it and tries to make them feel good, but she can't spend too much time on that because she's in the middle of like 5 songs she's writing. She's over here trying to get the choreograph. She wants the stage to look good when you do the performance. We gotta run while we sing. We gotta be in shape. We gotta be this and that. Coming up with new concepts and stuff like that. Talking to Mama Tina, talking about that outfit's cute, yeah, but Mama, I would like the such and such and such. Oh, what about the doing the such and such here? Yeah, you got all the stuff going on. Okay, so she can't babysit Mutt and Jeff. That's what I'm just gonna call them right now, not to be in a negative space. I'm just letting you know. So people are calling Kelly, girl, would like you to sing in my song. I think you sound good, such and such and such. So you go to Daddy knows, and he's like, no, because you're in the group of Destiny Child. You can't really be singing outside because that might clash, because you gonna have a performance over here, and they might need you to sing over here, and your obligation is always to Destiny Child, and not gonna be able to go over here. So then Kelly's over here with a mouth packed and like, I'm upset. What you say? Sound like the middle child issue. Yes, that's exactly what it is, pretty much. And Michelle's like, well, nobody's hearing me, and they're like, what? Did you say something, Michelle? This is what I'm talking about. What? What are you talking about? We didn't hear anything. So Michelle's in this performance. So Kelly goes talk to Michelle and say, I think we should all do our own singles. Everybody does a single and then we can come back to be Destiny Child. But then we could get our own brand. You could do your gospel music because I was listening to you. Even though you were there, I was listening to you. Hold on. Aviana!
How's that?
Alizé! This is not charged.
It's charged. You unplugged it. No, look, because look.
Oh, yeah, you unplugged it. Okay, so you guys are about to get cut off.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, thank you. So you have the so Kelly went to Michelle and said, I'm listening to you. You can go do your gospel song, do whatever you want to do, and sing it and dress the way you want, and we can support you in your song, and then I can do my own song there. Okay, so they came to Beyonce, and Beyonce was like, huh? What? And you know, Beyonce's already wanting to do her own single album because they're not working. Kelly was over here getting beat up by her man and having kids and doing stuff over here, and I can't come to this rehearsal because I got a black eye, and then I got to take care of my child and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they got kids or not. I'm just telling you my scenario again. I know she did get beat by a man. I do know that for a fact. So that one I do know. So then Michelle's over here like, I just want, I want to be with my gospel people because I think I can connect with people. People remember me in church and they're going to support me. And I probably can move up famously on there. And Beyonce again got 18 notebooks. Learning how to piano, getting her dances. Okay. And they veto in this song and veto in that song. So she got a lot of songs Destiny Child is veto because they angry. Okay, they're angry and upset.
So the girls are vetoing these songs?
Yeah, because it's a group effort.
Yes.
And you want to kind of keep with the group effort. And Beyonce is trying to keep it fair and on the playing field.
Okay.
But when you look at it, you see Beyonce is the one that's always singing. She's a workaholic. She's the one getting all the attention. She's making sure that she's doing everything. While the girls are getting beat, but can't make it to the radio conference. They this, that. Michelle's coming there, but she's there pouting. And that's what that is, okay? So then they came to Beyonce with the idea, and Beyonce was like, okay, I didn't have to suggest it. Yes, I could do a single album. And so Daddy Knows was like, if you guys going to do single albums, y'all might as well probably kind of quit. No, we can make it work. We can make it work. All three is in cahoots that it's going to work. In the back of each of their mind, they just want to, once they get successful, they ain't thinking about Destiny Child. They ain't coming back to it. No. And they already said, Beyonce already tried to do some singles by herself, and they just didn't go nowhere. So they're like, she needs us just as much as we need her. Syndrome. Okay? But what happened is, when Beyonce's flopped, she learned as she failed. Because failure means success.
Oh, yes.
The more you fail, the more you're going to be successful if you learn from your failures.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't learn from your failures, well, you're not going to be successful. So that's how they broke up. They did a single. Michelle was on the top 5 with, what's that song? If God Says Yes.
When Jesus Says Yes.
Yeah, when Jesus said yes.
Everybody can say no.
There you go. And everybody else can say no. And she made a success. Kelly was all on Nelly's video and doing her thing. And Beyonce was over there like, hey. And she had a whole production. It was like all the songs they said no to. She opened that book up, had choreography. And she came out and blazed them all. So she blazed them all so fast that they was left behind. And they were figuring out how that happened. And a lot of that is because you were too busy worrying about being jealous than working your butt off just as hard as Beyonce was. And you can tell Beyonce works her butt off hard because she works her butt off hard till this day. Like, she had twins and then did that Coachella thing. Like, 4 weeks later, you know she worked her butt off. Like, let's give her props where she is. Let's not play around. So that's that.
I can't even imagine.
Twins. You know you had twins. And 4 weeks up there doing the Coachella
I'm still
with
not,
the marching band.
See? 8 years later.
See?
It's not okay.
And then there's... So that just tells you. So you always want to know, who am I in Destiny Child? Am I Beyonce? Am I Kelly or am I Michelle? Now, mind you, Michelle and Kelly had two different jealousies, but they were enough to break them up, and they didn't even notice it. And what Beyonce did was very smart. She didn't break up the girl; she let them, because jealousy will always prevail to break people up. And with how Kelly doesn't have a good one, but Michelle is. The Lord sent me over here to do the gospel music.
Well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So what if, like for instance, because I'm always a person, I'm just that way. It's just if I'm feeling a certain type of way or whatever, even if jealousy has crept up on me, I'm like, I guess for me, I just say it. Like, I just be like telling. Because I know it's going to pass, and also too because I know God's going to bless me some other way. I don't really care. So, but when I have those feelings, I at least admit them and kind of deal with them. Do you feel if someone admits that, does that help? Is that helpful? In like to move on? Like,
well, it depends on how.
Because like if they just did it and then let it fuel them to part. But if like say for instance, if I was jealous of you of something, you know, because I tell you like, oh my gosh, you know, and I'll tell you. But I also know too that I'm blessed in other areas. It's not really true because that what God has for you is what He has for you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, in that sense. Do you feel like it's okay if someone's like outwardly admitting if they feel all those feelings coming on? The jealousy feelings?
Good question. No. It depends on the person. Because just because you admit you're jealous, all that can do is actually hide the fact that, okay, I admitted that I'm jealous. So since I openly admitted it, you don't see or you don't understand the undertones of my jealousy that's attacking you. Because every jealousy attacks the person that they're jealous of. So like, if me and you argue and I'm yelling at you, you see me coming towards you to yell at you. You see me attacking you head on. You know what I mean? But as jealousy, if I go, oh, I'm jealous of you, then I cut you. Sabotage you. I'm jealous of you, but I'm figuring out how to tear away from you and not be with you anymore and do my own thing. I'm jealous of you because that's that Michelle one. And the other one is Kelly. There's those jealousy. I can admit that I'm jealous. But if I'm not actually doing anything to change the behavior, because that's the thing, a lot of people don't see the behavior changes. Like, it's so smooth that jealousy is...
It's sneaky.
It's the sneakiest thing in the world. You think Satan is sneaky. Jealousy is so sneaky. And it puts fear in you. And it does a lot of stuff. So you don't even know that you can personally... Yes, I said I'm jealous. But I'm personally attacking you. It's just like when I see your clothes and I take your clothes. I might take your clothes, but and I'm doing it in front of you. Doesn't make it less than if it doesn't make you feel less that I stole it from you if you wasn't ready to give it to me. I said, yeah, I took the shirt. Sorry, went down the wrong pipe. I took the shirt from you, and I really took it and wore it, and you was like, I really wanted my shirt. But because I did it in front of you, do you feel better about it? No, you still want your damn shirt. That's what jealousy. I mean, you can admit it, but all that did is it puts a facade that can actually come underneath and attack you and come and get you. And that's what I've seen a lot. So here we go with Salt-N-Pepa.
Salt-N-Pepa.
I get that was going down the wrong pipe, y'all.
I was about to get my hands out.
I was about to. Okay, so Salt-N-Pepa. You go, what is going on with them? Let's see. Salt-N-Pepa came up, and we saw their little reality show. Salt-N-Pepa, they're just a group. They were a group by themselves. But the boyfriend, Herbie Hancock, he decided, you know what? I like that Run DMC look. What? Having a DJ. That'd be cool with the girls. Get a girl DJ. So we got Spinderella. The other Spinderella left got pregnant, got married, whatever the situation, and left. So you get the new Cinderella. She was underage. She was happy. Oh, they're famous. I come in and they already established. Oh, I am with it. I'm going to be rich because I'm with the rich Salt-N-Pepa yet. So you're happy because you're underage. You don't know the rules. You don't know the guidelines. So you get older and realize it's Salt-N-Pepa and then there's Cinderella. It's not Salt-N-Pepa and Spin. It's not salt, spin, and pepper. It's not a whole total group. It's not really the Run DMC. It is.
Yeah, because Run DMC is all
three.
Yeah, they've always been.
Yeah, with the DJ and all that.
Yeah.
But Cinderella never came into effect in that situation.
Yeah.
Cinderella's jealousy issues are so strong. And she has that. The reason I wanted to bring up, because Cinderella has Kelly and Michelle in her in one, and those are dangerous people.
Wow.
And so, one thing Mom has always taught us is I don't care what job you have. I don't care if it's a low job. You can be scrubbing gum off the buses. Whatever job you have, you better play Monopoly with it. Learn every position. You are not you can't be getting rid of because you know every position, and it's easy for you to move up when you know every position.
Yep,
so Mom has always said play Monopoly. Well, Cinderella don't know. Her mama didn't teach her
Monopoly.
I don't think she ever played the game Monopoly. I don't know what it is, but she did not play Monopoly. She did not use Monopoly to it at all. Because on the game of Monopoly, you try to get all the houses, you try to get all the little land, all the property, and then you probably put all your houses and hotels on everything. So and you want the railroad, and you want the electric company, you want all those things, because you get money every time somebody lands on it, and those are more popular. And when they land and you have a hotel, they got to give you way more money. Pretty soon you monopolize the whole game, and you're the winner, but everybody's broke, boo-hoo, crying. Monopoly pieces go up in the air. Violence comes with the game. That's why I don't play Monopoly, because it's too violent. But I play it on PlayStation though.
Yeah.
But that is the game. So this is where Cinderella messed up. So she did not play the game. So Salt-N-Pepa doing their thing. Cinderella's like, I want to feel more like a part of the group. I'm here too. I'm doing this. So they gave her a room to rap and dance. And not only is she DJing, she is dancing and rapping. Yeah. So what she should have did with that is move in and have a relationship with Salt-N-Pepa on a business level. Like work with Salt. Salt was the one that was a workaholic. You know how Beyonce's a workaholic? Salt was a workaholic. And Salt-N-Pepa. Peppa was a partying. Like she get her work done, but she is partying. That's her goal. She was a free spirit. And if you look at Peppa, you can tell that's who she is. She likes to have fun. She's very spirited. She don't really want to have to get serious and fight and all that. But, you know, now that you can tell older, she takes it a little bit more serious than what she did when she was younger. Because it really wasn't her passion. I don't think it was either one, but I think it grew into being Salt's passion. But, you know, Peppa, you know, they had a mindset. Peppa's the one that actually pushed Salt. So they were a good dynamic. And when you have one, when they split, the reason they didn't get successful apart, because you needed a business mind person that is structured and got that business, and you need a person that's going to push you when you scared and fear creeps in, saying, no, I don't care, I got your back, I'm there with you, I'm your ride or die. That's how it was. So there was really no jealousy with Salt-N-Pepa. They had jealousy where, you know, now I don't even think it's jealousy, it's just Peppa wanted to be more free, and Salt was more conservative and into it. So when she, you know, said I'm gonna go with God, it was because Peppa over here doing this, and Salt like, I feel the weight of everything on me. Peppa's not helping as much as she used to. I feel the weight on me. Maybe this, it's a sign that God doesn't want me to do that. That's where Salt went, and I think that's why she just left the group, because it's like, God wants me to go here, and I just can't stay. And Peppa's over here like, what? I always do this. Yeah, but when you're carrying the weight all the time, it is tiring. And you can't,
like, older, you can't keep doing that.
Yeah, and then, but the thing about it is, like, I miss so much of everything, and you over here partying, and I could be with my family.
Right.
I could be doing this. I think God's calling me home to Him. That's just where it is. Spinderella. She felt like she should be a part of the group, and when I said, even when I watched the reality show of it, they're not reality, but they're story.
Your biography.
Yeah. What I noticed is when they went and sued Herbie Hancock, that's when she should have said, I want to be a partner. I want to be where it's a three-way, or at least I get, okay, you guys split you guys split 70 or 70%, you get 35, you get 35, and I get 35, you know, where it's still almost three-way, or, you know, you guys, I get more money than what I'm getting now. I want to be more of a partnership, not as just the DJ. And I want to be a position in, like, Run DMC. So then there was a time where she quit. And she quit trying to play a game. And she wasn't ready to lose that. So she quit. They replaced her with another DJ. She got mad at the DJ for taking her place, but you quit. So they replaced you.
Like they say, honey, one monkey don't stop no show.
Exactly.
So,
but what she wanted them to do was say, okay, we could be partners. But you never put yourself in that business partnership. Now, you might have did the marketing, you might have did the, you know, the stuff. You might have did that, but you never put your, because I mean, right when we did the Herbie Hancock, and you fighting for your freedom, they were fighting for their freedom from Herbie. That was the time for you to fight for your freedom. And I wouldn't have quit. I would have got closer to the person of Salt. Not trying to sneak or move my way in, but to business-wise learn the business, understand the business, so you can move on. Because when they moved on and they broke up with, when Salt broke up with Herbie, she knew the business. They learned, and Peppa was getting information from these people over here. They was getting their business on, and they fought for their position. And mind you, got to understand, Salt was very fair because she took her percentage with Herbie and Hancock, and her had 50-50, and she gave her percentage 25 to Peppa. So then when they got make more money, she was still at this position, and they was telling her, no, you need to move up. So you got to understand, they was in that business mindset. If you sitting there with your jealousy and your attitude and all that, that's why you could never be a part of Salt-N-Pepa as a whole unity. So, like, there was this time they did a reality show, and it was sisters or some girls, something, I don't know.
You know about when Salt-N-Pepa did it?
But Salt-N-Pepa did it with SWV.
Oh, okay.
They did a show with them. And this is where I say that it's that undercut and that sneakiness that you don't pay attention to. And if you watch it with a normal eye, you don't see it. You just go, oh, she's venting and she's having this issue. But if you listen to her, you can hear her saying, you know, they don't include me. They always don't include me. It's always, and so, because SWV is all three of them. They're equal shares of partnership. So they're like, oh my gosh, they're not including you. You're just as important as them. And they're like, I know, but they just don't. They don't look at me like that. And again, you got to go back to the record. They never wanted Spinderella in the beginning, and Spinderella was never something they agreed to. But wasn't it nice they kept them?
Yeah.
And then, like Salt always says, and Pepper's always said, we always give you extra money out of our pocket to give to you. So it wasn't like, you might not have got a paper check that said this, but we gave you money out of our pocket, out of our share to give to you. So we were including you. But if you keep pushing at me and showing your jealousy and trying to, then we can't, because really the group is called Salt-N-Pepa. It's not called Salt-N-Pepa, it's Spinderella. Even though we know her as you're not, she was putting herself in the same position as Run DMC. You didn't come into a group of Run DMC. Run DMC, they came together all at once. Even if you talk about TLC, they came together as one. They were like, we need a third person. We need a third person. Then they got their third person, and then they became TLC.
Well, that's what I understand, too, about people and have to understand. Because this is something that I say a lot of times when we do our shows. when we're doing, even if you guys watch our YouTube channel or whatever, and you look our shows. And I say this, and I don't say it to be mean or anything. It's just the fact that me and Lydia have worked so many years and so long. And for someone to come, like right now, riding on our tailcoats, and we have done all this for so many years, and without any, you know, nothing to show. We've just been working and doing this for years, with no profit. So if we get to a point where all of a sudden now we are able to try to maybe make a profit, or could possibly, and now all of a sudden you want to go, oh, now you've been watching us all these years. You didn't heard us on the radio. You didn't heard us do kinds of stuff for years and years. Now you want to come along because all of a sudden, boom, I see them a little bit more, and I'm seeing this and I'm this and that. But this has been going on for years. You've seen us do this work for years without any profit. And now you see we have families, we have all this stuff. We are, like she's saying, trying to make that green dollar bill for the family. And we have families. So that's what makes me mad too. A lot of people don't even really see that we have families to take care of. Not that we're just, we just have all this money and we can just give it to you and give this. No, we're doing it because we have families. We are really literally building an empire. And when you're building an empire, it's so much work. And it's like a lot of times, like I said, we've had to learn a lot of lessons along the way ourselves. And if we're giving this knowledge to our children, the next generation coming up, that's why I'm saying that they need to appreciate it, because we done been there, done that. We don't want them to go there, done that, and take as long as we did. But and that's why she's saying too, don't take the failures as like, oh, they give up. They take the failures, like I said, that's just a step back for a step up. You don't look at it like that. You don't look at it as negative, because I tell people all the time, whenever you're dealing with something, and I said this earlier on our podcast, you got to look at these as lessons, and don't get frustrated, and just keep on pushing and keep on going. But I'm sorry, if somebody gonna come sit here and I done worked all these years, and then all of a sudden now you want to go, oh, now I want to be on the Joanne and Lydia show, and now you guys are making some money and stuff. Now why can't I get all of that? Why can't I get equal part? You ain't never equal part, because, honey, you got to go back to 19-something. You can't be equal in this. You got to go back to 1990 something. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And people do that all the time, and they don't want to work, and that is too, and to me, I think people can get a jealousy on that too. Because you can have people in your life that at one point were there, will go away, because they don't believe in you or jealous and blah, blah, blah. And then they can sit there all of a sudden and they'll come back. Now you want to come back. Now you was there a minute.
Yeah.
And now you left because you didn't believe in it then.
That'd be like,
and now you come back.
We have 4 people in the Talkitoutshow show. Now we have 2, and then we make millions, and they want to come back.
But see, the other one is in it because she's the owner.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you didn't know that, you'd be like, where you been?
Where you
We're working our butts off to this location.
Right.
How did you do it?
Yeah.
So those are things, that's what I'm saying, and that's where, because I've seen all these people do this hate information on Salt-N-Pepa about Spinderella, and Spinderella took him to court, and all this other stuff, and I'm like, Spinderella's wrong, because if you run a business, you gotta run a business like a business, and a business can't be on friendship.
It's not all the glitz and glam that you see. It's way a whole bunch more stuff in the background.
Yeah, and when I look at Salt-N-Pepa, and I look at Salt, and I look at Beyonce, they are workaholics. They are into the work. They don't play around. They're not.
Well, I consider you the Beyonce.
Oh, that's so nice of you. I'm not a Beyonce. That girl works too hard.
No, but I'm just saying out of the group.
Okay.
I mean, because, I'm probably Kelly getting me down and trying to... No, I'm just trying to take care of my kids and stuff. But I'm just saying, but I do feel like I work a lot in a lot of different things. But also, too, I think also, too, is if you find someone who's kind of like strong in certain areas that you may be weak in. I always think that's a good thing.
Yeah, but as long as you know what your position is. The problem is don't get jealous of that position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody has a position that is meant there. Like,
And
we had a restaurant.
change with age.
Yeah, but like
we have so many different positions.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even like our restaurant.
Yes, we told you.
We started, and I remember before the restaurant even came up, and we was praying about doing a restaurant and everything.
She'd be the cook as good as she could.
Exactly, but it didn't work that way. But that tells you who the cook was. Okay, just saying, trying to say where it is. But I remember one thing that you were so adamant about: being in a position that is meant for you, and then you'll always be happy. Do the position that is meant for you. So, when we first started, again, I never dealt with the restaurant. She did with our other family members and stuff like that. She had done that. I didn't, because, you know, I was looking like them, like, I ain't working. And she was working for $1 a day. Not an hour, $1 a day. She was back in the 1902.
Yeah.
So, but everything, there was all positions. So I ended up getting a great rapport with all the food vendors. So that was my job, is dealing with the food vendors. And I was happy with that. I loved doing my job with the food vendor. And then, of course, she was a cook. There was this other guy, he was a cook. And stuff like that. So they were cooks. And Alize and Ciroc and some other kids, they were doing the gift shop. And Alize basically ran the gift shop. She was the manager. But all the other kids worked there as well. You know, she was a 9-year-old just running something. But everybody, if you put everybody in a position, it works. Even though people might have got tired, she was tired and wore down to the body, was aching, but if she was having sex like she was supposed to, her body wouldn't have ached. That's what I'm trying to say. She was having sex, her body wouldn't have been aching. But that's not, no here, no there. That was her fault. But
I can't do it now.
Okay. But I'm just saying, everybody has their position. If you don't get jealous of the position, you focus on your position. If you want to grow, you grow. Like, you see a lot of rappers, or like Drake, he started out acting. He grew to be able to be a rapper. And now he does what he does. You see all these other actors, you see their name as on the screen, but then you look at producer or director, they're directing it too. Because they sat there and learned and grew up. Don't get jealous. If you want to try something different and do that, still nail your job down, expertise, be an expert at it. And then learn somebody else's position so that you can do that position while you're doing your position. And now you're making 2 incomes off of one show. You're a director getting paid, and you're also an actor getting paid. See how that comes together? And if you want to be really smooth with it, be the song person that the music is going behind. You can do whatever you want to do. Stop being jealous and looking at what somebody else is doing as taking their position. If you know what your position is, do your position and be happy about your position. And stop worrying about and being jealous. And that's what I had to say to Michelle and Kelly and Spinderella. If you was focused on doing your job, because one thing I noticed is she said all these horrible things and felt all kinds of ways about Salt-N-Pepa, but when she was DJing, they came to support. Anything she did, they were supporting her. They gave back and they put their name on it for her to grow and be something else. And I just don't understand how you take that and still want to hold animosity. And the reason you could not grow with Salt-N-Pepa is because you were not meant to grow with Salt-N-Pepa, because you did not want to do the work with Salt-N-Pepa. Yes, you was a great DJ with Salt-N-Pepa. Yes, you did some great rapping rhymes with Salt-N-Pepa. Yes, you danced with Salt-N-Pepa. But your business mind was always, I'm jealous and I want to be at the same level as Salt-N-Pepa. And you were not on the same playing field as Salt-N-Pepa.
And like I said too, Salt-N-Pepa was Salt-N-Pepa before you ever came in the game.
And there was a whole nother Spinderella before you came.
What I'm saying.
But she been there so long because she was there at 17. She been there so long.
Okay, she was young. Yeah, okay. But I'm saying that we can't help how young Gilbert was trying to be spinning some records. So what I'm saying is, sorry, there was a group before you ever came. And that's why I'm saying you are trying to get the benefits of somebody who's been there the whole entire time that has not.
But there's a lot of stuff that I noticed that she messed up on. Like, I agree. You know, you might never ever got the threesome paid with Salt-N-Pepa. That might not just be where you at. Sorry, that's the fact. But you could have been on the upper level with Salt-N-Pepa.
Yeah.
But I remember they had an interview to go to, and you chose not to go because you couldn't sit on the couch with them. And I was like, she's not going to go to work because
she can't be seen.
But she's going to be seen when they do the song.
You know, and the thing about it is...
Well, no, when they do the song, she was going to be the Cinderella.
Oh, you couldn't see the
but
thing.
what she don't understand she did, what she proved is, we don't need you.
Right.
That's what you proved. What you should have did was been there and been the best Cinderella and did your thing. Where they be like, you know what, I need Cinderella to sit on the couch with you. I need her to sit on the couch with you.
That's what I was saying. She missed an opportunity because you never know. There's a lot of times, I'm going to tell you guys this.
Jealousy.
There's a lot of times that, and this has happened most of my life, I'll just be honest, because I personally feel a lot of times the enemy tries to get me in certain areas. So, say for instance, I'm scheduled to sing somewhere or something like that. I will get so freaking sick or something happens. I will openly admit this last time that I did, I had a show. Me and Leroy did not have a good evening the night before. Now I had no voice because we had argued all night. And I was very worried. And to me, that was great. That was enemy getting in Leroy to be messing with me. And of course, I didn't even realize the ramifications until it was time. And so, a lot of times I can sit there and go, you know what? I'm going to cancel. Now, the person I was supposed to sing with did. She canceled. I was supposed to be her. I was supposed to have my song, and then I was supposed to be her backup singer for that night. She chose not to come at all. And nothing wrong with her voice or anything. She just chose not to come. So I said, okay. But then I was like, I'm still going to go. I'm just going to press my way. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to sound good? Because my voice is gone. Like, it's not really good. And I'm sucking on holes and doing everything, you know, cough drops and whatever. But a lot of times that's what happens in my life is a lot of times that's when I'm getting ready to get blessed. If I don't press my way. I could have just said, okay, never mind, and walked away. But a lot of times I'll sit there and go, no, I'm going to press my way and just push through, and I'm going to do it. And that's what I feel Cinderella should have did. Because if she would have did that, Lord knows what a blessing she would have got. Like she said, I just could imagine her going. Even though she was supposed to be on the couch, maybe she could have been sitting off to the side. You know how you're on stage and you see the people standing on the side? I could have seen them calling her out or something to come sit down on the couch with them. I could totally see it. Yeah. So my whole thing is a lot of times we have to just be mindful and just go, just do it. A lot of times and stop, because see, that's the thing about it is too, that's given the jealousy that Lydia is talking about is there to stop your success. And when you feed into it, you lose that opportunity.
And that's what I'm trying to say right there. It's such a great thing because like you said, you could have saw on the side. Sometimes they might say, we just want Salt-N-Pepa. We want you guys. And not even be thinking about Cinderella. But when you see Cinderella,
and they say it's Salt-N-Pepa because it's a Salt-N-Pepa.
That's the name of the group. Yeah. Or they could be like, we only want you to because they only got enough income for you two. Yeah. So because I know. And
they split with you anyway, and if you would have went, they would have got something.
Yeah, because you would have got money for the performance and not for sitting down. Yeah. But that's when you could have been doing your thing and extra hardcore, and after you finished, they would have talked to you just as well as they would have talked to Salt-N-Pepa. But like I said, a lot of times, people can feel, and they just don't know what it is. They can feel the jealousy. So even though you might not know, like I don't think Cinderella realized she was jealous. So I don't think she might not have known that you could feel the jealousy, and you could be like, well, because what I'm saying is Cinderella could say, you know, I've been on plenty of time and they don't include me. Because you can feel negativity and negativity spirits. You have an attitude of body mannerism, all these things that show. And you know you're supposed to come on like, hey, I'm doing good, and jumping for joy and like, yes, that's how you should be acting. If you're not acting like that, that's not where you're gonna be. Hold on. Yes? Hey, I'm on live. Nope, I know you just heard me say I'm on live. Okay. I'm by myself with Siobhan Town Live. But you can call your dad. And tell Jonathan his job would like him to be there at 3. Okay, thank you.
With life online.
I don't know why they can't just call it daddy when I gotta call it daddy. But anyway, so that's how I just look at it. Like, those are things that you have to focus on and grow with in that area. You don't want to be jealous. There's sometimes I have caught myself being jealous, and I'll be like, oh no. Mama said don't be jealous. And it's
you
not
have to
even,
reel it in.
And it is. And you be like, well, how do you catch it? Now, I'm not going to overextend myself, because then that's going to start me to sabotage. If I overextend myself to try to play like I'm not jealous. So I just go, why are you jealous when you should be happy for that person? Be extremely happy for that person and do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
And most of the time, which really makes me upset about Lydia is, I don't even, if she ever gets a jealous inkling of me, it's ridiculous, because most of the time if I get blessed, I usually bless her too. So.
Because that's what big sisters do. So shut up.
No, but I'm saying that that's on. No, but I mean that's
no, I'm just saying, like when that one time when money was just flying in and getting hit, and you got gift cards to gift cards to gift cards. There'll be stuff that she get, and I'll be like, well, I'm here, why I ain't getting nothing? And
because I'm that type of person. I'm to look for it. You know it. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
You know what I know.
Again, so that's the point right there. Case closed. Point right there. Because you're looking for it. So you being that Beyonce looking for it and stuff like that. And me and Kelly and Michelle over here, or Cinderella, we like, what about us? We ain't did no work for it. We ain't did no research work. But we like, what about us? And that's when you have to go, you know what? What is meant for her is meant for her. And why would you hate on anybody that's meant for? Because when things are meant for you, you don't want them to hate on you. And that's what checks me. Now, I can't say that's going to work for you. I'm just saying that's what makes me check myself when I get jealous. And sometimes I'll be like, when I see other people do stuff, I'm like, I could do that. Yeah, you can. But is it your heart's desire to do it? Because even to this day, I can say,
because she can pretty much do anything she wants to do. It's just like,
and I've learned that.
To do everything.
But my thing, I don't. But my thing is, when people get confused, I am. I'm gonna try everything. Yeah, but my thing is, the reason I try and the reason I push myself to do all these things is because I don't know what I really want to do. Like, you know, I see things and I'm learning and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. Like, I didn't know people watch people just they have a mukbang and people watch them eat. That didn't make sense to me, but it is. It's a big thing. So I learned. Did I steal the idea? No, because it's made for everybody to do it. So it's not stealing. But I do it. Do I do it good? No, because it's not an
expert like everybody else.
No, you know why? Because I don't want to cook. And I don't want to spend that money every time. So it doesn't work out the same. So that's not my expertise. That's not what I'm working at. But right now, even though I'm 47 years old, the thing that I really like to do is direct. Thank you.
Very bossy.
This yeah.
Very bossy.
Shut up. She said this is a good show for today. Shut up. But I mean, I like to direct, but I can't direct at this moment. So, but I like the stuff that I do. So yeah.
You're right through the world over there. We're gonna direct. We're gonna be out there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like with it is, like I think the same thing with my sister. She's the same way with me. Same way as I am. She has a lot of skills, but she doesn't know where her heart desire is. It used to be when she was younger to sing. It's not her heart desire. She still likes to sing, and that doesn't take it, and it is a relaxation. But there's other things that she's finding out that she's enjoying. And like, oh, I forgot all about this.
She done lost her mind.
Oh, I did.
Forgot what
she goes with guacamole.
Yeah.
Homemade tortilla chip. Not hot. Oh.
Nah, that's what she's gonna burn herself trying to be doing stuff.
Okay. Okay, anyway, that was good. But.
Is she salty?
It's a little salty.
No. That's what I figured you did.
No, yeah. You know, like cool down wants to cool down.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you gotta know who you are. And then when you know I'm a Beyonce or I'm a Michelle or a Kelly or a Spinderella.
But you know what? You have a point there, though. I have to say, too, and this is something, too. And this is a big thing. We could do a whole show on this in itself.
Okay.
And I have to say this because of just how my life has been. She did make a very good point. When I was younger, and she knew that singing was my desire, singing was what I wanted to do. Key point is, this is what I want you guys to really pay attention. Like she was talking about the Beyonce, what you need? How you talking about the Beyonce and Kelly and all them and their lives and this and that? Guess what? Like the Kelly one. Life can steal your dreams.
Yep.
Life and relationships and the things you go through can steal your dreams.
Yes.
And if there's a fire in you,
yes,
it can dampen that fire. It can just totally wipe it out. To where you forget what your dream was even, what you even had. Until you go, what's wrong with me? I've always loved to do this. I've always, and to where life can beat you down so bad, to where you even forget your dream.
Yeah.
You forget it. You forget to do it. You forget that it provides you with happiness. And I want you guys to pay attention to this because even if you're going through that, push hard to make sure that you continue to do that.
Yeah.
You continue to do those things because she's correct. Yes, it may seem like that ain't my dream anymore. But that's what provides me the happiness. That's what makes me,
That's why you gotta know the difference though. Because happiness, things that provide you happiness is not always your career.
Yeah, well, I know physically. I mean, I don't know unless I'm sitting up there on a walker.
Well, the reason I said and that's what I'm saying. You would work out and do that. You would have sex every night and work out and do that to prepare. And while you having sex, you'd be singing. Because the reason I say that is because you can't go running right now. Your health is not there. But while you sexy, try to hit those high notes while you in that, you be like, what the hell? I'm training. Beyonce runs the marathon.
I'm working right now.
That you gotta know. That's what I say. Know who you are. Are you a Beyonce? Are you a Salt? Because Salt is different too. If you paid attention, Beyonce never quit. Salt did. So know who you are. Are you a Beyonce? Are you a Salt? Are you a Michelle? Are you a Kelly? Are you both in being Spinderella?
I will say this was a really good topic because it made you put everybody in a category, and it allowed you to step back and go, hey, let me look at myself. Let me look at myself, see who I am.
Yeah.
What role am I playing in my business, my life, whatever. You know what I mean? What am I doing? Am I the jealous one, or am I the one who's working? Maybe I'm working so hard I'm not even caring about anybody else. There could be that. Somebody who's just so engulfed in, and not paying attention or caring about anybody else.
And the partying time.
Yes.
Because you gotta understand, Peppa was jealous too, but Peppa wasn't jealous of the business. Peppa was jealous that Salt was more together. Like she had the perfect relationship. The man that she broke up with came back and they worked on a relationship and got married, and she was more that type of jealousy. It had nothing to do with business. She trusts Salt with her life when it came to her business. She knew Salt had her back. There was nothing wrong. Peppa knew. Salt knew that too, but Salt knew that Peppa was looking for love. And women looking for love, it interrupts your whole little world.
Because I wasn't Peppa she was getting beat down too, wasn't she? By Tretch.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought so.
But she was in that I'm partying, I gotta live my life. She felt like neglected. But what I liked about it is, even though Peppa was that way, that's why that's a different type of jealousy. Peppa had that, but when they had their kid, They was happy with each other having kids. They was up there singing my favorite song, Shoot, with their child there. Here I go, here I go, here I go again. God, what's my weakness here? Okay, then. They didn't do that, but I'm just saying they have that. So I don't want you to miss out that there's a Peppa jealousy.
Yeah.
As well. But hers wasn't damaging as Kelly and Michelle or Spinderella. It was damaging because it left Salt by herself. And that's what was damaging. It left Salt by herself. So as Peppa didn't want to be by herself and didn't want nobody else to leave her, she had left Salt. And then, so all she had was Salt went to church, and God said, you don't want to stay in a position that you are in, such and such. You got to let it go. Everybody can't go with you. And da-da-da-da-da. And you looking at, I done called you. I was up here at this radio thing, whatever studio, and you never showed up. Blah blah blah. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want. If I'm doing it, because she already wanted to tell her I don't want to do this no more, and she fell asleep. But I'm not doing this no more, and you ain't even working hard.
Right.
Like you ain't working hard because you gotta understand, Salt-N-Pepa are legends. Destiny Child legends. They got legend songs. You know, but right now Beyonce got legends by herself. Kelly and Michelle ain't got no legend. They forgot legend. Who's a legend? What, there's a legend? Who legend
She
me?
have a baby now.
Young.
Who?
Kelly.
I don't know that.
No, recently. She didn't know.
Well, hey. But what I'm saying is, their career, she living off of her money that she made and the royalties that's coming in. But she is not making barely any other money. Pretty soon we're going to see her on a reality show because of that. Because you didn't work your butt off. And then now you got to work your butt off to show who you are. Thank you. So when you watch the reality shows, don't pay attention just to the drama. Look how they have to really work their butt off to get their music in. How they're fighting to get studio time and all this other stuff. There's a lot of work that comes to this job that you're not doing. And I don't care what business you're doing. Money.
The cameras that we're on right now, things like that, the lighting, all kinds of stuff like that. It's people have no clue. No clue the stuff that's in the background. You know, and thankfully, you know, we've instilled, Lydia to me has instilled with our kids such a work ethic. They always got to work on our stuff. You know, they working on our stuff, you know, and now things like that. And thankfully we have that, building that empire that I'm talking about. Building the empire because they taking their talents and their skills and everybody's working together to make something happen. You know what I mean? And so, but like we say too, at the end of the day, because our kids are gonna grow up, it may not be their dream to do the things we're telling them to do right now or whatever. But like I say, one monkey don't stop no show. Because whoever got that, somebody else got that skill too.
When you talk about your kids in that way too, I want you to understand, they might not want to do this when they get older, like she said. But when they have nothing else to do and they need to start a business, they know all the ways to start a business and build their business and build their own empire. Or turn around and help continue to have us build our empire. So when we leave, they got their money. It's like God, and they can keep it strong and not have to sell it to make money, because they're gonna make the money that they need. Make the money they need to.
And I will say here too, that's one thing that we have to pay attention. And I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know who's watching this right now. I don't care.
She don't care.
We have to think about this, you guys. Our culture, we got to think about it. We don't have old money like white people do. They got old money. That goes on and on. And you can be born into richness and all that stuff. We as people have to create it ourselves and try to get our kids to understand we're creating something to leave behind for them. And they need to be keeping it going too. Because a lot of times I think, even I was talking to one of my daughters this morning and I was very upset with her. But it's also sometimes our fault too if we're not explaining and telling them where we came from and how far we came from as a people. Because see, our kids nowadays don't know that if they're not told. And so they can sit there and be spoiled and whine and this and that. And it's like, wait a minute. Our ancestors died for you to be able to do this. So you gonna sit your butt and you gonna study.
Yep.
You gonna do what you need to do because guess what? If you did it back then, you could have got killed for trying to learn something.
Mm-hmm.
You could have got killed for trying to learn your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s and this, and you had to sneak. So master didn't get you. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know those things. And I said, I'm sorry. I was like, I'll be damned. I was in my ancestors watching you and sitting here mad because you don't want to go to school or you don't want to do that. No. We are working hard now because we didn't have that opportunity. But we don't have, honey, I'm sorry. We didn't hide no money. My slaves didn't hide no money under the ground somewhere. We go pick it up. Where the old money at? I'm sorry. I ain't no field down in Louisiana, Texas, somewhere where my ancestors came from, where I can go dig up and be cool. So we gotta work, and we gotta create our own, and we can because we're so gifted. We're gifted people. Mm-hmm. We really are. Mm-hmm. So my whole thing is, but that's the thing about it is they bank on us not knowing these things, and we gotta stop withholding information. I understand information is. I get it, Lydia, that it's important and it is worth this and this and that, but still we can't be like that crabs in a bucket because they're banking on us being the crabs in the bucket because everybody's saying we're crabs in the bucket. Let's not be crabs in the bucket.
But you can't. The thing about it is too, where she's saying, I know where she's going with it. You can't help people that don't want to be helped.
I got you on that.
But people who want to be helped, they you want to give them free information. This is where you give them free information. They come to you and get it. No, you're going to have to pay for it because really you're wasting a lot of time. And then what happens is if you get successful, then they're going to tear you down. And then you really are in the crabs in the bucket. That's the real crabs in the bucket. Me not giving you information to get you out does not mean it's crabs in the bucket. It means you didn't want to work hard to do it.
Yeah.
Because everybody needs to learn to work hard. Because if I tell you everything, how are you learning?
And of course, they're going to have to go through something. They're going to have to go through things. Just like our kids are going to have to go through things.
But like everybody learns differently. Some people got to go through it to do it from the beginning to the end, and some people don't. But what I've noticed is the people that are willing to work, struggle, go through the hardship, get beat up, tear it down, those are the ones that are always successful. And what people really need to understand, there's only like 10% people that are successful in the world. And I mean like millionaires and all that. It's only like 10% and the rest hasn't. So that just tell me, well, 90% of us is lazy. And you can go, oh no, I work every day and I do this and that. Yeah, but you're working for nothing. You're working for somebody else to be successful.
Right.
And that's what you need to understand.
They're working for that 10%. Because that 10% is only evidently wherever you,
and literally you're not even making 1% from that company. Like you're making 0.001. That is what you're working, and I think people fail to understand that. So that's what I say. If you work for a company or a small business or up and coming business, work your butt up and learn the knowledge. So that when you learn the knowledge, you can skip over the mistakes that they made and be successful and go. But if you sitting up there trying to tear them down, then you're not gonna get anywhere else in life either. So you want to make it, you got to make it. Do you not? Yes, I get tired, but I have to work my YouTube page. I got issues
that make you sometimes. That's one thing too, and we have to make sure we pay attention to that self-care. Because we encountered illnesses and stuff we never had before, and now we got to deal with that, trying to do all this stuff too.
Exactly. And then you're talking about, oh, I don't want to be away from my kids. Oh, I don't want to do that. When you start a business, you might not be with your kids. You got to look at it, because you can look at it. You can do it. You can look at it this way. You can be with your kids and struggle, and struggle, and have nothing to leave them. And then when they get older, they looking at you like you needy, and I don't want to be bothered with you because you needy. Or you can work. They might not see you as much, or they can help you with your business. It's however you want to look at it. But you should always be teaching your kids, especially black people. I'm on this with black people because I will never forget that I learned this. That we raise our kids to get an education and go to college to work for somebody else, where every other nationality teaches their kids to get an education to start their own business, run their own companies, build their own empires. Why are we not doing that? We're the only race that don't let our money bounce. What the hell is wrong with us? And you got all these people that's telling you to do it, and you're still looking for an easy way out. Stop it.
And I was so excited yesterday. I saw this post and I was like, yes. And it's fine. Sometimes we have to have the aha moment.
Yes.
We have to have that.
What? I like what Joy said. Give a man a fish, they will eat for the night. Teach a man to fish, and they will eat for a lifetime.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing. Go ahead.
That's what we're saying. So I saw this post yesterday, and it was of a black man, and he was talking about how his son was talking about when he got older, he wanted to have, like his own barbershop or be a barber, blah, blah, blah. And so he was sitting there like, okay, yeah, when he got older. Now, the son is 13 years old. And so he was sitting there and he said, wait a minute. He's like, we in a pandemic and stuff like that. He said, why am I not teaching him how to do it now?
Exactly.
Why am I not teaching him how to be an entrepreneur now? So he sat down and, honey, there was a picture of him and he was cutting his daddy's hair. And he was teaching him how to do it now because he was saying, the same thing that Lydia just said. Why are we as the people the only ones doing that? Exactly. He said, what made me, why do I think, oh, you just got to do it later? Why? When you get older, this and that. No, you can do it now. You can be an entrepreneur now. I tell my kids that all the time. And a lot of times my kids are only there are because they're lazy. I tell them all the time, I've seen little girls the same age as them, got their own businesses and they are the CEO of their own businesses.
Well, can I slap you upside your head?
Why?
Don't let that about anything.
I was going to say, what?
No, because I remember I said to my sister.
What did I do?
I said, oh no, because the kids would know. If they come over here, they're going to start their own business.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't they just come over and have fun? Why they got to start their own business?
I said, why can't they just come over and spend time with their own? They don't got me. I'm not just saying this every time because, honey, your kids out there is not. Okay. They're crazy as all get out. They ain't no business going on.
No, there is. It is slowly. Okay. But it's I realize I have to be consistent.
Yeah.
And because we've been remodeling and stuff, they haven't been able to spend a night. But before they were, yes, I did. Leah has her channel going up, and I was having her once a week come in here and do a channel. But what happened is she ain't doing her homework, and her tablet ain't being charged. So I don't think I should reward her with the benefit.
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Doing that stuff.
Be tripping.
But it's the parents too, though.
I know.
Because the parents should make sure that stuff was charged before you get here.
That is true.
They too little to be really having to focus on that.
Yeah.
But that's my thing is I am like that. And that's a fun thing for me. And so I know what she's saying. Like for my kids, yeah, you could go play and stuff like that. But if you with me, in my mind, it's like, I need to train you now. Because really, this little time of your life is going to go by so fast. Your real life starts at 18, boo-boo.
But guess
and
what?
look at how long has it been?
They see you though. They see you though. That's one thing that's too is good. They see you constantly working on your business. They constantly see you. They constantly see us doing what we're doing all the time. So with them being around, we don't really see that too a lot of times. That if they're watching us and you're about their grind and you're doing what you're supposed to do, they're seeing it. They're like, okay, she's not playing around about this. I've been up like really, really late. Doing what I need to do, making my products, stuff like that. And like you said, they'll see you, doing what you're doing. And then that will inspire them as well. And they'll be like, oh, because especially the stuff that Lydia makes is like, it's so cool. It makes somebody want to do it. It make me want to do it, but I ain't spend all that money on that. Because I've been money on other stuff. So, but it's just so beautiful and stuff like that. And so when you can realize, wow, you can create this stuff and this and that. And then they have their gifts that they're blessed with and realizing that they can actually do something with it. Like, I tell my kids all the time, we just all need to make a book. Because I cannot believe how creative and how good they all draw. And I'm like, we just need to make a book. It's not that hard, you know?
Yeah.
We have a lot, and their imaginations are so crazy too. These kids are amazing.
I'm glad you said that too, because every one of us should be writing a book.
Oh yeah, she always said that.
I don't care if it's a kid's book to knowledge book. You are the expertise of your life. So everybody should write a book. That should be one of your income all the way. It's funny because I wrote a book. Yeah, I read a book that I wrote, and I had to go. Like I write like I talk. I was just jumping around conversation to conversation. I was like, oh, somebody really needed this.
But we also can do Sacred Jewel book. So that got finished out.
We can do that now.
I can do that now because we have because I've been running in all mine in these little books and everything. I've been running all of them.
Well, I have there we go. Unless she's not there.
Streams of income. She's always talking about that. And I love picture you have, that needs to be the cover. So, so hey, there we go. I already done thought of something while we were sitting here.
$3 bills. That's all I'm trying to say. I even last night when I was on doing the talk show with one of these ladies, I was on doing the talk show with, and this guy was like, "Oh, I could do videos," and I was like, "Well, I need a video for our song," and I was telling them the song, and they were like singing all like this.
I know. I was sitting there like, you forgot, and she was singing it too, and I'm like,
I couldn't remember it. I couldn't remember.
And I was like,
because I forgot. But what's the first word?
All night long.
That's it. And I couldn't think of that. I was like, all night, chocolate, chicken wings. I was like, is that the beat? I was all up. But I was like, dang. But I was, like I said, it was like, because we freestyle. And as we freestyle, I think that's what makes it so unique. It don't have to be perfect, because honey, these music out here this day is not perfect, you know. So.
And I just realized too, the songs that our kids are listening to, we got cuts. And we
I thought you were going to put it on the radio.
What?
You said you were going to put it on the radio, on the Numbers radio.
Oh, I was just talking. I mean, I could do it. I mean, but, oh yeah, I guess we could. I figure out what we want to do.
We didn't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
I know. But they gonna know.
They gonna know.
They gonna know.
They gonna be singing the song, be like, that's our song.
Represent. No, but I'm just saying, this is some crazy stuff out there. And the stuff that even my son, I'll see on TV, I'm like, this is crazy. But like, the stuff we're singing, it's like you would think we was just joking around, but it's really good compared to what that's on now. And I know these people is joking around, but you get to put that stuff on YouTube and get tons of likes.
As I said, we gotta start making videos and stuff like that.
It's crazy. I mean,
we gonna start making, and I realize we don't have to make videos like how my head is, because my head be thinking, okay, let's put it on bed and do this. No, we gonna stand up and sing, sit on the couch and sing, go outside and sing. It's a video. Who cares? Put a picture of some chocolate and put another picture of some chicken wings, looking like we eat some Lindor. Because that's how it was supposed to be meant for. Let's do it. But like I said, don't be afraid of your business, and check yourself if you're jealous.
And don't be afraid to go for your dreams. And if you did have a dream, spark that fire again.
And don't undercut people that if you're going to do a business partner, understand business partner is like a marriage, and you guys have to work together. You have to communicate, and you have to understand and trust the person that is the more dominant in the working industry part of it. And don't get jealous of that. Just do your part good, because even though you have the dominant person in the working industry and comes up with the ideas, they need you just as much. And so as your part, as Peppa's part, if you're going to be a Peppa, as our part, we need you just as much, because we wouldn't be where we would if it wasn't for you. Salt-N-Pepa wouldn't have went and got their money raised if it wasn't for Peppa pushing Salt. They wouldn't have been able to go and take them to court if it wasn't for Peppa pushing Salt. So, because Salt was more of the meek and mild, like, I don't really want to fight, argue, and Peppa's like, I got your back. So y'all saw them holding hands and stuff like that. So understand that even though with Peppa's jealousy, you got to put that aside. And that's the smallest jealousy, is the one that Peppa had, was small, because really she was just damaging herself, which destroyed the relationship, but it didn't damage as much as the other can damage, because you start being really envious, and not only just lacks in jealousy, it starts coming into hatred and everything else. So just get that in your mind when you're doing a business partner, that it's a marriage, and no, we're not getting a divorce. That's why I hate to see groups come together in a divorce. One group I do admire very much is Bruno Mars. He was by himself. And then he decided to go up with another dude. And now they got this, my song called Open the Door. And I love that song. But who goes from being single to a group? You know what I mean? You usually go from group to being single, but you rarely see. Not saying it ain't there, but you rarely see somebody who's a single artist decide to be in a group. You know? So I think that is awesome. But just letting you know, there's always jealousy. And you can think about every group, and you can look at it and be like, I wonder why they got broke up. And I guarantee you there's jealousy in there, why they broke up. It's never because they didn't all work good together. It was always jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
I want the limelight. I want the limelight. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you got to understand, the limelight wouldn't be the limelight if you didn't have the background.
You sure do.
You know, the people put people up in the limelight. But even though you had Ralph Tresvant, the star of New Edition, I wasn't looking at Ralph. I was up there looking at
Johnny Gill.
Thank you. That's who I was, and he wasn't even original. Yeah, but when Johnny came, I was like, that's my black chocolate man right there. Yeah. And so, even though Ralph was there, he was not cute to me. I was like, you gotta fix your teeth. Your voice is too kitty. I need a manly voice. I need a you know, that's what I'm looking for. You gotta look at those things that, you know, just because somebody might be the limelight. Like Destiny's Child, Beyonce was the limelight, but I was always, I like Kelly the most. She was dark chocolate. She looked like she probably was the one down to earth and I could kick it with the most and stuff like that. That's who I was looking at the most.
And then you think about with her, Beyonce, even in Dreamgirls, how they did it, which you sit there and you Jennifer Hudson blowing on her, and then they just pick Beyonce because she looks beautiful, blah, blah, blah. So that, and a lot of people do that. And a lot of people will go, okay,
and they don't understand that people are looking at, they were looking at Michelle and they were looking at Kelly. Beyonce was there, but shoot, when we was doing I'm a Soldier, I was with Kelly's part or I was with Michelle's part and stuff like that. You understand that. You get that. Beyonce did a song with, Megan Thee Stallion.
Savage.
I love the song Savage. But the way they were talking about the stuff, I don't know how the storyline is, but Beyonce wasn't ready to let the album out, and Megan basically snuck the album out. And so Beyonce didn't want to do a video with it and all that. And I was like, that's stupid and childish, dumb, or whatever. But Beyonce, because they never do it. But when, and my business mind came into it is, because you messed up the element of surprise. And that's what Beyonce was like, yeah, I know you want your name out there and you rush out there, but you going to see that Megan ain't going to last as long as Beyonce. Because Beyonce has done all the stuff that Megan's done. Now she's going to give an element of surprise, which was going to make Megan, and Megan, you would have blew away more if you would have waited for the element of surprise. But what Megan was thinking, which I would have thought, and you probably would have thought, and everybody else would have thought, was, this song ain't going to never go out. And this is the cut. And I want this song to go out. But Beyonce was like, no. I got plans for this. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir my beehive up. Now, this is where I tell people, she going to stir her beehive up. So if you stir your beehive up and get them on the edge of their seat, guess what? Beyonce beehive is now going to jump on Megan Thee Stallion's back and be kicking it. But if now you go on there and then they find out that Beyonce was not happy about it, the beehive was like this. Well, I didn't know Beyonce was not happy about that song coming out, and I don't really care for the song anyway. I only like Beyonce's part anyway. So when I hear the song, I only does Beyonce's part because you messed up the beehive being on your back. You would have been able to have a bigger fan base by listening to a pro. Yeah, that's what you did,
and you lost it. And that's what I tell people too. That's like. You gotta think about that. That Beyonce, if you look about that whole situation with Megan and Beyonce is like an elder in the game. So you gotta pay attention. That's why people always tell you, listen to your elders, respect your elders. I tell people all the time, listen to the elders because they've been there and done that. Pay attention while they are here. Do it. And so that's one thing. That's a whole situation.
When you need that $green bill, it gets hard.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was Megan. She wanted the $green bill, and we all know that Beyonce got tons of songs that ain't came out.
And tons of $green bill.
But she got $green bill, and she ain't got a rush of it. But there's tons of songs. Every artist has tons of songs that ain't came out. And Megan was like, I'm not gonna be that one. I would leak this bad boy. And you leaked it. And it did get you where you needed to go. Yeah, it did. But I'm just saying, you could have soared so much higher. Your pinky toe would have never got cut off.
That's a lot of times the thing about it. Oh, pinky toe. That was rude. Oh my gosh. That I don't think that had anything to do with the leaking. But anyway.
It did because you wouldn't have been dealing with that dude. You wouldn't have got angry because you would have been Megan Thee Stallion. The best, the baddest rapper out there. But You decided to be just a semi.
Who's the baddest me?
She's not the baddest. I mean, everybody's gonna have their favorite. There's gonna be people that she's their favorite, and I'm not gonna take away from that. But I'm saying you could have been elevated up here.
And this is where you gotta do that. And that's the problem. You're not having patience and being still sometimes, which is hard because of that generation wanting so much. And she is a hard. Megan is. I've watched her. I'm friends with her on Facebook and YouTube and everything. That girl works her butt off. She works hard all day, every day. But that's why a lot of times too, sometimes we have to listen and be still. And then that's hard.
A song called "Listen."
Yes, from Jim Croce. So I'm saying it.
Y'all need to watch Dream Girls to get caught up on this drama. And you're going to see the jealousy that appears.
Movies of all time. One of my favorites.
Yeah. But
watch it all the time. So, yes. So, yes, guys, pay attention. Listen to what Lydia has said. Listen to what I say about your dreams. Go for it. Do what you need to do. And don't let life kill your dreams. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you need to do. Entrepreneurship, us as a culture, we need to teach that to our children. Make sure that they can have their own. They don't have to work for somebody else.
Exactly.
And we have to prepare and give them the skills that they need as well. That means we got to do it too because we need it too.
We got to set an example for our kids. And we want our kids to do this and get mad that they don't listen to us, but we ain't set an example. And they like, how you gonna tell me what to do when you ain't did it and you get mad because I don't want to listen to you when you ain't doing it?
Yes.
Whew, that was a lot of words to say.
That was a lot.
But I'm just saying. But yeah.
And it's true. It is true. It's really
and then you want to make sure that if you have a partner, if you go into business with somebody, family, friend, stranger, whatever, listen, communicate. When you feel, and they always have those people in your mind. Okay, I don't want to be a Michelle. I want to be a Kelly. I don't want to be a Spinderella. I halfway want to be a Peppa because Peppa did have styles back.
And if you see us going downhill, direct us to this video, please.
Yes. Because it's so easy to happen to anybody. And you don't want to undercut anybody. You don't want to sabotage anybody. You don't want to do any of that. You always want to uplift yourself. And another thing is, when you're doing your business, I don't care what business is. I don't care if you have a business partner, you're doing it by yourself. You have to love your business the most. You have to cherish your business the most and love it. It has to be like your love relationship with your business. So if you're in partnership with somebody, you guys have to be in love with that business together at the same level. If you are by yourself with your business, you have to be in love with your business. You should be working on your business constantly. So if you ever have to outsource your business, you know everything. To the point where if I make this guacamole and then I gave you the ingredients and the recipe to make this guacamole, I can taste it and say, not enough so-and-so salt. Put that in there. Nope, I don't taste that mystique. Nope, I don't taste that. You should be able to name it because you have been so enthralled and you taste every ingredient by yourself together. You know what it is from the back of your head to like you can do a blind test and you know yours over somebody else's because they're not going to get it directly the same, and you are going to make sure it's adamant that it tastes exactly the same. But you cannot do it if I make it once in a blue, like I do my guacamole, make it once in a blue, and I give the recipe to my sister Joanne, she make it. I wouldn't be able to tell mine from hers because I'm not enthralled into my guacamole. But I guarantee you, if Joanne tried to make my burritos, I can tell you from the way it looks and the way it tastes. I can tell you how the order was. See, you messed up the order. It don't taste the same because sometimes you might think the order don't have to be that way. So you gotta understand. You gotta know your stuff like the back of your head. If I sat there and made Joanne's homemade chocolate chip cookies, she would be able to tell me if I didn't use the right vanilla. I use the wrong vanilla. If I use too much brown sugar, too much regular sugar. Matter of fact, she uses vanilla sugar. She should be able to tell me because that's something she's made and bred. She don't have to look at a recipe to make her chocolate chip cookies because it's inbuilt in her. And if your business is not inbuilt in you, then you need to get in. You need to work it. You need to work it. I know, like me and Joanne talk about because we do our taxes and stuff. she always go, well, I started my business, well, I got it licensed and registered in June. I said, but baby, you started your business way before June. And by then, it was your business. It might not have been licensed and registered, but it was a home-based business here because you were doing your research. There's nobody in the world get a business and then start doing the research the day after they registered. No, you were doing your business before you registered. So you can always include those months when you started your business before it was registered. And there's nothing illegal by that. But, you know, because we're so afraid to do something wrong, we think we're being illegal. No. Do your business. Every time we go to we do bazaars, I'm always looking at a table of how we could do different. Like Joanne said this week, she said, we did good. And I said, no, we did. This was the lowest amount we've ever made doing a bazaar. And we made a low amount before. So this is the lowest. So it was like pennies to what we normally make. And it's like, all it did was give me not, how can I get more people in a place like normal people would do? No, I'm like, what can I do to change the table? How can I do this? So I even came up and told my daughter, I said, okay, you know what? You need to put all the resin at the end of the table. Put the lip gloss and all the body stuff over here. So then it's like it's all one section here. Because you got this resin that's big and you got yours that's really low. So it's easy to skip over yours and go to the resin and go to our stuff over here. Put your stuff on the end. Because my thing is, it's not always about me. I'm always there to make everybody's business better. And if I can make your business better, that's what I'm going to do. I'm never there to tear you down. I'm always there to build you up. Because I don't want to be a person that doesn't help you build up. Especially when we're working together. But you can't be sensitive to it. So I told her, because she was looking at me crazy, I said, you can't be sensitive. I'm telling you. We got to see how it works. Just like I told Sarah. Okay, for 3-4 weeks in a row, we have not sold a tea. So can we stop doing the teared up
tea bags?
You know, the tea, like it's already been opened. Can we now put it in the boxes that you originally had in your brain and use that? And he did, and he sold all the teas in that little box. Because people want to see something that draws you to it. People shop with their eyes before anything else. I don't care if the brand can be the best brand in the world. It can be a $1 million makeup container. If that $1 million makeup container is in a Dollar Tree collapsing and they not seen it at Dollar Tree, they're not spending $1 million on it. If you want your product to look $1 million and cost $1 million, then you make your product look like $1 million. You make it look like I'm paying this much. Because sometimes I look at it, like when I do my teas. Dang, you get 6 tea bags for $10. But I realize I'm not a manufacturing company. I can't make it cheaper, and my products are expensive. And they're expensive to me, so this is what makes money for me. So I can make it look
And most
cheap.
people know that when they know that they're getting something homemade, that alone in itself, they go, okay.
Yeah, but again, people shop with their eyes.
Yes, they do.
And so...
And your teas look very lovely.
I'm thinking.
They do. They are very appealing to the eye.
No, so thank you. And that's, but I'm always thinking. Even when I look at my hot sauce thing, I say, okay, not my hot sauce, my seasoning. I gotta get different logos. This is not working. I got 2-3 different logos, and none of them was working for me. So I'm building this logo thing up, and I'm doing my thing. But I'm also always trying to be like the most creative. And even like when I go to Fiverr, I got one person working on it, and then I paid another person. And I'm buying both of them because and I can use them for whatever I want. They're mine.
It was so funny. I was actually watching a very known YouTuber last night, and she uses Fiverr for her stuff.
I told
They were like, I just go to...
I told my nephew that, your son, that, but he doesn't produce fast enough. He's like, I did a couple of jobs in Fiverr. Yeah, but you can't be consistent because you can't do that. And my thing is, he does great work. As when you see the editing, he does great work. It's just that he's not consistent with his job. And that's what you got to do with any business you do. You got to be consistent. If I make this guacamole and people want to buy it, I got to make it the same way I made it here. I can't do that, so I can't sell it. You get what you get and don't throw a fit kind of payment. And there's people that do that.
Yeah.
You know, you go, there's restaurants that cuss you out, but you know that you go in there to get cussed out. It's already known that. It's people that throw stuff in the restaurant, throw them at you, hit you upside your head. Yeah. That's fine, you know that. But if you ain't one of those businesses, and you can't have to it. Right. You got to be full blown on those decisions to do that. So I hope this helped you with your business, because that's what we are here, is for you to build a successful business. And if you feel like you're all by yourself with your business, no. We are cheering you on with your business. The Talkitoutshow, Joanne and Lydia are cheering you on. We
love y'all. And yes, thank you so much for coming. And please make sure you are here next week at the same time, because we are always live on Wednesdays for you guys. And this was an awesome topic. This is a really good job, Lydia. I love it, love it, love it. And I mean, I think just information that you and I both said helped each other out. So this is good, and then also be able to get started on another stream of income. So
now we gotta really work hard.
Yeah, we gotta work hard. What is work harder?
Look. Don't start nothing. You don't want nothing, Joanne. Don't start nothing. You don't want nothing, because you know how Lydia be doing you, girl.
That's okay. I'm ready. I am ready. I am. I've been trying to do, because I'm my vision. A lot of people don't know. You guys know my other show platform, what I do, but I have a lot of health issues, and sometimes it took me a long time because the eye issue that I have. I don't like to be on computers a lot, but I'm so tired of not being up on the technology and stuff and not knowing the simple things to do. And I don't like looking at, every little stupid little thing I know I should know, and I'm looking at Lydia like, how do you do this? And it's just because she's been doing it so much. I just need to do it and be on the computer and just move around and do whatever I need to do. I know I can do it. Hell, I used to edit her shows. So I know I can do it. It's just a lot of times it's hard with the vision thing, squinting and all that stuff. So even with glasses, I'm
gonna tell you right now. You see, I got my Dollar Tree glasses.
So sometimes it's hard, but a lot of the stuff that we do requires us to be on social media all the time. So it requires us to be on something, whether it's our phone or computer, whatever. We got to be on it. So it's just it is what it is. So but you know what? I am very optimistic for everything, and I'm so grateful for you guys supporting us, being with us, and hopefully this helped you guys out as well, as much as it helped us. And you guys make sure that you are staying tuned to us, be on our platform, our speaker. Check us out on our podcast every Wednesday, Friday at 10:30 on Spreaker. And chat with us on that too.
When we're check out our new little commercial that we got. Yeah. If you done put up, put up on our thing, you're gonna see our videos. We're gonna pick a day today and figure out what day we're gonna come together and do some recording. There ain't gonna be no fabulous video. Yeah. But I want to put our video up with our song, because I think we're the bomb.
Yeah. And also, like I told you, we're gonna be doing photo shoots too. We're gonna be doing all kinds of stuff. And the thing about it is, a lot of times you already have all that stuff, so I don't even know why I'm trying to hire somebody else for something you already do.
Yeah, because Sarah could take a picture. I got a good camera.
Yeah. So we love you guys so much, and we thank you guys. You have an awesome rest of your day. And of course, tune in. Check our channel out. We're always on YouTube. And check our speaker out, of course. All right, we
we haven't done a Saturday night this month.
Yeah, we have not.
We got 2 more Saturdays. This one and next.
Next one I won't be able to, so I have to do it this one. So hopefully,
Is it gonna be right after the thing?
Yeah. Oh, how long?
I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Well, I gotta pick up my kids. Well, I just pick them up and bring them back home, and I'll come back. That's pretty. Yeah. So let's. Well, hopefully you guys will see us live on Saturday. So that's what we'll be working on.
Yeah.
So we will see you next time on the Talkitoutshow.
Bye.
Love you.